I think the best thing that brought out the rivalry between Dukes and I was just his power. Dukes always seemed to match me, and once or twice he embarrassed me on the field too, which I didn't like that, let's be honest.
You certainly got to know that he was playing well. He'd certainly give you a fair bit of chatter, a fair bit of sledging, and a lot of animation on the field as well. He'd hold up one or two fingers every time he'd score a try, and the worst thing was when you'd catch up with him afterwards, he'd certainly let you know how good he went.
It's been 12 months since I've seen my nemesis, Dukes. It's always good to see him.
Hi, I'm Chris Danks from Sporting News Australia. Today we're reuniting two sporting legends around the flame. All thanks to Barbeques Galore. All right, let's get down to it. Del, come join us. Wendell Sailor.
Good to see you, mate.
International Del, Adam MacDougall.
Hey, mate.
How you going,
Good
mate?
to see you. See you, Del. How are you, mate?
Good to see you, buddy. Long time no see.
Yep.
When was it for you when you looked across, you saw Wendell, and you thought, you know what, I don't just want to beat my opposite number, I want to beat Wendell Sailor?
Look, we all aspire in rugby league to be the best, and growing up and whatnot, we all have our idols. And then, as I was about to break into first grade, Wendell was by far and away the most dominant winger or outside back in the game, for that matter. He changed the way that wingers really played the game. Most of the time, wingers were just seen as finishers. But Del was willing to get in there, get his hands dirty, do the hard work, and he really revolutionised, I suppose, the way wingers play the game.
When I got to play against MacDougall, I think I did change the game a bit, but then, he was quite powerful, and the way that he ran the ball, I just knew that whenever I played him, it was like game on. And I'll tell you who didn't help was Joey Johns. Because Joey used to wind me up and then wind him up, and then all of a sudden we were both wound up and just go at each other.
So you look at all the big stories about you two, about the rivalry, and they all come down to essentially one person, as you said, Joey. Without Joey, was there a rivalry?
Oh, look, there always would have been a rivalry. He was the best. I wanted to be the best, and you don't get to where we got to unless you're really competitive. So, there was always going to be that rivalry.
Wendell, it seems probably perfect to start with you on this. Talking about on-field chatter, you're known for a fair bit of it. Any memorable zingers or fails, I guess, on your part?
I suppose I learned to sledge all through my sort of junior career. Like, just fun, nothing racist
just
or
part
cross
of
the
the fun.
line. I think I sledged to get myself up and my teammates. Last time I played for the Dragons, and they said, "Oh, you're going to be playing on MacDougall," and I was pumped up because Dragons, and I think I was 33, 34, and he's playing some good football. Anyway, Jamie Soward was dishing me up some great balls and great kicks. 2 tries at Cogger, and I thought, we're on here, and we had a pretty good side. Anyway, so MacDougall's walking back, I looked at him and I go, that's 1, that's 2. Anyway, and in the second half, my hamstring got a bit tight, obviously, this big ass doesn't help. Anyway, and I've walked off, and then I'm sitting on, and the camera pans to me. MacDougall scored the winning try, and I'm just going, oh my God, no. Anyway, they interviewed him after the game and said, mate, did you see, mate, Del was going at you early, but you got the last laugh? And he goes, yeah, he goes, when Del went off, he goes, I wonder where he was going. I thought he was going off to get a pie or something, So, mate, as MacDougall does, he just comes in with a little, and I was sitting there at home, I was filthy because last laugh was him,
The hardest thing about playing Del was if you allowed him to get that confidence up. He was such a big, athletic and, strong guy that, once the fire's lit, it's pretty hard to put it out. So my sort of best way to deal with him was really trying to just come with my best game, and if I could, put in a good performance, I knew that the sledging might not be as bad, and that was always a good sign when you're playing Wendell. If he wasn't saying too much, you knew that you were going okay.
What was it like for you guys, especially I guess for you? Once Del had gone to rugby, you don't have that, not a nemesis, but you don't have that huge rival to push you further anymore. Yeah,
it was an interesting story, the rugby piece, because I had no idea he was going to go. And
they all forget, didn't they?
Yeah, the Wallabies come to me because I played rugby at a schoolboy level, and the money was pretty significant. So Wendell should be happy with the contract that he got as a result. But
I'll give them some money back over those 2 years. Don't worry.
But I remember, fortunately decided not to go to rugby, and next thing I know, I turned on the TV and I was absolutely gutted and shocked because as I said, in sport, when you're at the top, you need that motivation to stay there, and Wendell was certainly my motivation to keep pushing myself and wanting to be better. So when he did leave, I was shocked.
You hear Del's going to be coming back. Obviously, you're going to be playing in the centres, he'll be on the wing. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I was just excited because rugby league was sort of going through a bit of a different change in the sense that it had become very structured, and even the players to a point had become very robotic. There was no sort of rivalries anymore, and there was no sledging in the game, and people were more worried about what they were saying rather than just, I suppose, making a big statement and trying to back it up. So to have Wendell back in the game, it certainly made things interesting again, and it was something I marked on my calendar, and it was something I was really looking forward to.
What about for you guys now? Do you still, now that there's no more footy left, Everything's pretty amicable.
Oh, mate, we've look. People don't understand this, but look, even after the 2000 World Cup, like we got to play in that World Cup together. I think Ryan Girdler was injured. I think Dukes played in the centres, Matt Rogers and I in the wing. We've always had a good relationship, a good friendship. But I think because of the media and because of the banner that we had, people just think, mate, do you and Mad Dog even like each other? Like, but it was it was part of Joey. But whenever we see each other, it's great,
Boys, it's barbecue time.
Oh, well.
Love my barbie,
Cannot
mate.
wait. How are you guys with tongs in hand? You bit of confidence? Any good?
I'm better at eating, as you can tell, Dukes.
More of a connoisseur.
Yeah.
What about you, Duke?
Yeah, I love cooking, mate.
Yeah.
It's something that allows me to get away and,
Yep.
just, I suppose, be in the moment. When you're cooking, it's very hard to be distracted by other things. You've got to be focused, and food prep and, getting it right is something that you get to enjoy pretty quickly after you're done
Oh,
too.
geez, you love your prep. And,
Love it.
You're more of a well done man with steak?
medium to well, yes. That's not the right way steak, is it?
No,
Okay.
no. I like medium to rare. That's usually how you get it. So.
Yeah, medium rare. I like a bit of blood in it, and I think the more different the cut as well. I think it's interesting. If you haven't tried eating some organ meats, give that a crack as well. Some heart, some kidneys, some liver.
Oh, well, geez,
nose
No,
to tail,
he's right.
mate. Nose to tail.
Bit of beef cheek if you ever.
Bit of beef cheek's my favourite.
I just got a smoke from Barbeques
Bit of beef
Galore.
cheek, yeah, mate.
No, you do, mate. Chuck it in there for like
Feed a
6
few
hours.
tribes with that
Fantastic.
cheek.
Was that 3-4 kilos?
Oh, easy, mate. That's
so-
what I'm carrying around.
What we're working with here, we've got the Ziggy trip, so we're going to go lamb shoulder today.
Beautiful.
We're going to treat
Great.
you both. Got a bit of rosemary on it.
Okay.
Some salt and pepper, a little bit of oil.
Wow.
So I've just got to bring it up to 300. Yep. And then we're pretty good. I'll just double check.
And I think people don't appreciate, it's
Oh
the
my
simple
God.
things when you cook meat as
You're in for a
well.
treat.
Salt and pepper, and
Yeah.
you don't need to drown it in sauces. If you cook a meat properly, when you've got the right equipment, it certainly brings out the taste.
Boys, summertime's coming up. It's not going to be entertaining not just your family, but other people coming over. So I've got a little bit of a tip and a trick for you. So if you'll just give you a little bit of a look there, see we've got the warming rack.
Yep.
So I've got one lamb shoulder on there, but with the Ziggy trip, you can actually get probably about 3 or 4 on there. Say you got, you can have 20 is the maximum you can have at the moment.
Yep.
You can easily do that.
Wow.
Just leave it there, close the lid, holds the heat at about 300. It's what you want for lamb shoulder. You're laughing.
Pretty simple, mate. That's what you want.
As in barbecues go, so what is this like the Ferraris or Lamborghinis?
Well, I mean, it is Ferrari colour, so I think we go with that.
Yeah, beautiful, that's what I like,
The
yeah.
thing is, though, I find with barbecuing, people always go, we're talking that you pretty much just have salt, you have acid, you have heat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it which just seems like it's really hard, but this one, that easy.
Yep.
Turn it on, starts first time, every time, easy as that, plenty of room. It's got grills in there that you can just chuck in the dishwasher, don't have to clean anything. Laughing. Boys, 12 months on since you saw each other. How was it?
Mate, it's been good to chew the fat, and we get to literally chew the fat now with this lamb. So it's been great to obviously catch up again, and it's been testing times for everyone being in isolation and with COVID. So it's good to catch up with your mates.
Yeah, very good catch up with Dukes. I love him telling me how good he was and how he changed the game. But also, it was been quite good because sometimes when you finish your career, you respect the people that you play against. But also, the game's given us so much and it continues to give us a lot. As you are today, you're going to give us some nice food, and look at this lamb.
Many thanks to Barbeques Galore. This has been Around the Flame. Barbeques Galore, and now you're cooking.